Merryweather Beach in Newcastle. I've come here to look at the new design of the Beach Hotel. But to understand that design, I first got to understand the soul of this place. And to do that, I need to look this way. Tim.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Newcastle is Surf City.
It is. And Merryweather is the epicenter of surfing in Newcastle.
You normally out there?
Yeah, that's Paul Carroll. He's a former club champion and one of our big wave legends. So Paul and I would be normally out there together most mornings.
Okay, sorry to be holding you up.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be out there if it wasn't for this, but I'm very happy to help.
So, what's so special about this spot right here?
Anytime, any tide, any wind, any swell, you can surf out here. And Corky's exemplifying that. There's barely any waves, but he's out there. But Paul would be out there if it was 15 foot. It's a place where great surfers surf and where people can test themselves.
And it's honed some champions.
It has. We've got Mark Richards is our most famous surfer. He won 4 world championships.
And at the centre of all of that, Tim, has been the Beach Hotel. Now, Glenn, you're good at this. You're an entrepreneur. You have a number of properties, and this is another one.
Yeah, it's an absolute icon in a location, Merryweather, which is known for its surf culture and surf break.
And you're good at tapping into that local community, whatever it is. How do you go about that?
It's a bit of a process. We engage historians and we really uncover all the different layers of history. Through the different eras, there's been refurbishments, and it's our job to peel all those layers back, try and be authentic, find the truth in the building, then engage the professionals to execute a vision.
Now, I understand you've got a personal connection.
Yes, I do, yeah. I grew up in Western Sydney, and like many others, we were drawn to the waves here at Merryweather, so we used to travel up and have surfing trips. Quite often we'd stay in the rooms that used to be on top of the pub. Where Peregrine is today, up there used to be accommodation rooms, and we'd stayed there.
Wow, who would have thunk it that a boy from Western Sydney ends up owning it?
Certainly not me, and I'm very privileged to be a part of this community.
Now, Jody, you were the interior designer, and I understand here in this little fish and chip shop, to the side of the venue is where your design process started.
Well, essentially, we designed the entire venue first of all, and then we reverse engineered back to here to test the finishes and the style that we were going to go with to see if it would translate to the rest of the building.
Oh, clever.
Yeah.
What kind of test did you do?
We looked at the finishes and the colour palette and the detailing to see if it would work for us. And we also put up some gorgeous old vintage photographs from the Surfboard Riders Club.
Ah, yes.
Of the most larrikiny people we could find. Larry's is larrikin, so the quintessential Australian larrikin, which really suited the era that we were going for, 1970s, 80s.
I can see one of the most famous larrikins there.
Bob, yes. We paid a lot to have his face on a table to eat some fish and chips on it, so it was worth it.
Experiment over, and it was time to move to the main space, and I bet it looked nothing like this.
It looked nothing like this, actually. This bar used to be here.
Huh?
And this wall was the perimeter of the original 1930s building, and this was the front door. And that moves through to the sports bar now, which is the unofficial home of the Merryweather Surfboard Club.
Yeah.
And we created this entire window as a seat for them to sit at and watch the surf.
Now, there's lovely little discoveries like this as well.
So these are the original tiles from the original Art Deco build back in the 30s. And then we wanted to retain a really concrete kind of industrial aesthetic here, but to make it safe and walkable, we've used marmoleum, which is a 1970s product. So in this area, we've used the Burresque Zintra panel, and on this ceiling, we've used a spray product.
I hear the surfies like this.
They do like that. It's very much like bubbling surf to them, so it's quite successful.
But I see it's not all about surfing.
No, it's not. In fact, we really wanted to talk about the industrial heritage of Newcastle as well. So the brickworks that we used to have around town that are no longer there.
Do you think you went overboard with the pizza oven?
I think it could be bigger, actually.
It's a BHP blast furnace.
That's exactly what it is.
And I love this table.
Yeah, this is an amazing custom piece of game we got made. It took about 20 people to bring it in. And these stools that we got custom made to work with it from Contempo and Code.
Now, Jody, this was another gift when Glenn took over.
Yes, that's right. We Took this back again and opened it up and gave it back to the community so that they could experience the ocean from the top floor.
And it's a different style altogether.
Yeah,
up here.
it is. We wanted it to be slightly separate to downstairs, so we've really stepped further back in time in the 70s and 80s, and we went back to the late 1800s, more of a sort of almost stepping into a ye olde worldy saloon bar. And in that vein, they created a kitchen offering that was about, you know, just cooking with the simplicity of fire that they would have back in the day. So we've got our beautiful Mabrasa ovens.
Yeah, look at them go. And what's going on here?
This is a really fun ceiling to put together. This is a product called Bow by the Andrews Group. There's so many options that we could play with, colour, texture patterns, so it was the perfect solution for here.
Now, Tim, Ryan is one of those guys we're talking about, a champion.
He is. He's mentored by Luke Egan and Roger Clements over the years.
Yeah, I mean, you're the real thing. You're on the tour.
I am, yes. I'm doing my best to make the community proud and to have the support of the board club here. You know, I grew up just down the road, 100 metres, so I spent so much time walking past the pub, coming up here for dinners.
Your dad's even on the wall.
Yeah, he obviously passed away in 2016. Just to be able to walk in here and look at that picture and know that, he's still here in some ways.
So this is the kind of community heritage you're working with here.
Yeah, it's a real special community and there's not too many like it in Australia. When we spoke to the architect, EJE, the brief was we want to be authentic. We don't want any inspiration from outside of this postcode.
So guys, do you think it's time to make it official? Surely. Is this your club rooms?
I think it is. I mean, it has been since the club was founded over there 60 years ago.
Well, I mean, if it quacks like a duck...
It's a duck.
I think that makes it official.
I think it's official.
If you're having your meetings here, that's official.
It's not surprising that the Beach Hotel has won numerous design awards. And for me, the most impressive part of all this is the community consultation process. It was essential in giving this old dame new life.